Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be learning how to aerial. Before you know how to do an aerial, you have to know how to do a cartwheel. So I do have a tutorial on the cartwheel, so click the link in the description, watch it, and get good with the cartwheel because it's very important. So hopefully you know how to do a good cartwheel. So the aerial is obviously just a no-handed cartwheel, and it's really not that hard of a move. It's just kind of awkward, and I think it's really more about getting over the fear than learning the actual technique. So when you do an aerial, the way I go into mine is I go into it kind of like the way I go into my butterfly kick. So I take my foot, I set it behind me, and I hop, and then I'm into it. I don't just go straight into it, but I'm going to be teaching it to you just going straight into it because I feel like that's a little bit easier to follow. So when you do an aerial, you're going to go, and you don't want to throw yourself into the ground, okay? You don't want to just throw your head down into the ground because then you're not going to land it. So when you do an aerial, you want to keep your head about centered. So you want to go up, and you don't want to go straight into the ground, but you're going to throw your head here, and once it's about here and you push off, you're going to go up, and your head shouldn't go down. So your head will go down a little bit, but it shouldn't be anywhere near the ground. So you're going to lean down, and then you're going to jump off the leg that you're leaning towards, and you're going to go up in the air. And when you jump, you want to make sure you have your back leg and you throw that up behind you. So one of the most important parts of the aerial is having a lot of strength in your back leg. So when you go up, make sure that you jump up high and you throw your back leg up as fast as you possibly can. Also, you want to have your arms going up at the same time, that way you can get more height. So when you go into the aerial, you're going to be going up and you're doing that motion. And one important thing to keep in mind, when you're doing the aerial, don't try to like face towards your legs. So when you try to do something like this, okay, it's really awkward and it's just not going to work. So if you want to do a proper aerial, you want to try to face straight forward. So when you go into it, you go like that, and it's really awkward, but it's just something you have to get used to, and it'll make your aerial look way better. Okay, so you go up, and then the scariest part is a lot of people think they're going to land straight on their head, and the thing is, you really won't. As long as you just commit, throw your leg hard, and jump high up in the air, okay, you're not going to land on your head. It's really hard to do that. Even if you were about to land on your head, your arms are right there to stop you, so it's not like you can actually really get hurt doing an aerial. So from then on, it's pretty straightforward. So you jump up in the air, okay, you're in the air, you're doing the aerial, and you really want to make sure you keep your legs straight, because if your legs are all bent, then it looks really weird. So don't bend your legs, make sure you keep your legs straight, keep everything in your body straight. So you go up, okay, you do the aerial, and then you land. It's a pretty simple move. Some progressions for the aerial is, instead of doing a cartwheel, you're going to jump into the cartwheel and then you're going to push off the ground. So it looks like this. So it's like you're going to go down. Instead of doing the aerial, you're going to go onto your hands, and then before you're completely done with the cartwheel, you're going to push off the ground. So if you're super comfortable with that, then you can just do one arm. And you can progress by keeping your hand on the ground as short as possible. So do this. So keep doing that until you're super comfortable with it, and then once you feel ready, go for an aerial. And if you don't feel like you're getting a lot of height on the aerial, it helps to have something there. It doesn't have to be like a hard object. It can be like a small like rubber ball or something, but just anything that will help you get height off the ground, because height is really important when you're doing an aerial. Alright, so going through the aerial one more time. So find whichever leg you feel most comfortable with jumping off of. So you're going to go down. You don't want to throw your upper body straight into the ground. You're just going to lean over, and then you're going to throw your arms up in the air, and you're going to throw your back leg up in the air hard and powerful. You're going to keep your legs straight. So you're going to get height. You're going to jump up in the air. You're basically just going to do the aerial. It'll just come naturally. Do the aerial and land. And it should look something like this. So my aerials aren't the greatest. I know some people are probably going to disagree with some of the stuff I said in this video, which I completely get because I'm not like a gymnast or anything, but this is just how I do my aerials. So I hope this did help you out. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, and I'll see you next time.